Dear viewers and subscriber, thanks again to watch our YouTube channel Max the Service. Max Service is the only YouTube channel to take care of providing videos with proper information like documentation, architecture discussions, and working with practical examples for beginners and expert to learn by watching videos on Max the Service YouTube channel and start leading in the industry.
Docker. So guys, today we are going to start new series of containerization, and in this series we will use Docker technology, and what are the enhancement in Dockers, what are the approaches we will be using. Here is the outline of Docker course, which is fourth part of our DevOps series, and uh, it is totally complete series we are going to start with. So I'm going to share with you outline. So here is, first of all, we will be discussing introduction, what is Docker, why Docker is popular, why to use Docker, okay, and also we will discuss traditional and new approaches to achieve the requirements. What were the traditional before Docker we were using to achieve all those requirements, and then why with the new approach with Docker we are going to use. We will also discuss importance of Docker. Apart from benefits of Docker, what is the alternate of Docker, as we have discussed in 1.3 approach. So also we will use cases to remember in which requirement, in which scenarios Docker came into existence, and we have to use Docker. We will also discuss features of Docker, what features Docker provide apart from advantages and disadvantages of Docker. Then guys, we will start working with architecture, because discussion on architecture, I believe it is very important to go through how the Docker is built in with technologies, how the components in within Docker working. So what is the flow of Docker achieve our requirements of building, running, and deploying application. So we will discuss architecture. We will also discuss all the components used in architecture. Like we will be discussing what is Docker client, what is Docker host, what is Docker object, and in within Docker object we will discuss also what is Docker image, what is Docker container itself, and also we will be discussing 2.4.3 networks. Okay, how Docker communicate with other containers when we run image as a container on Docker engine, then how different containers communicate with each other. We will also discuss the storage of Docker, how storage, kinds of storage, and how Docker use storage. Then we have Docker registry. We also discuss what is Docker registry. Then we will start working with installation and configuration, and remember we will also using Windows and Linux environment. All we will also follow all the steps, main steps and important steps to be take care when we install and configure Docker on Windows or Linux. Then we will start working with Docker file, how to configure file, what importance and what are the role of Docker file. Okay, then we will start after Docker file all the configuration and limitation. Then we will start working with Docker image, because with the help of Docker file it's built a Docker image. Then from the image, we will be start building container. Okay, then we definitely need to deploy this container. For that we will be using Docker hub, because Docker hub is a registry server where number of images also placed there. We can just pull already built in images. Then we will be working with Docker Compose, which is the enhancement of Docker file. what the benefits and requirements, what are the cases in which we need Docker Compose, we will discuss in detail. Then after all of this, then we will also start working with Docker Swarm, which is the orchestration tool of managing and running, configuring number of containers. Okay, this is the enhancement of Docker Compose as well. We will also be using Docker Desktop on Windows as well, and we will also execute and also go through all the commands used in Docker. Okay, we will do practically like we have done with Git and GitHub in our last sessions. We will be working with some examples as we have developed and ready already demo application in Spring Boot. So we will be start working with that application and implement also all these Docker related configuration we have already in Java based Spring Boot application. Then after this, we will be discussing all the tips and tricks while we should know when we are expert of using Docker, we must have some extraordinary skills to work with Docker effectively. So guys, I would like to again, please don't forget to subscribe to get more videos on different tools and technology apart from this Docker series. I will be continuing with all of this what I have outlined in this session, and I will be providing you one by one with all following all these steps. We can enhance and we can modify with list if we feel some betterment or some an enhancement. We can also modify this list, but right now is it is final, and it's enough if we go through all these tutorials I will be providing for you. Then I believe you will be expert and you will be able to start working with Docker. And okay, then let's see in the next session and start with the Docker course outline. Thank you. Bye.